when I was in government, we had a very different set of environment. Deficit was running at 6% of GDP, and we have a fixed exchange rate. We have to deflate and that kind of thing. But I think the housing is obviously interesting and yet very controversial issue. And we have to recognize that housing, it actually has two different sides to it. On the one hand, it is accommodation. On the other hand, it is an investment. And to many people, that probably would be the most important and probably the largest investment. So we have to recognize this kind of duality. For many people, particularly the people that are not earning a lot of money, high property price is a problem. And in many economies, and that's why in many economies, the government would have to build public housing to accommodate or to provide accommodation to these people, whether it should be 50%, 80%, whatever. I think it's something that the society can debate. But on the other hand, we should also be careful not artificially suppress the price of housing, particularly for the higher end sector, because that is an investment. And if you destroy the investment value, it will have impact on the entire economy. So I think we have to recognize this. And by the way, while I also believe in free market, housing is one market that's not entirely free, because all land in Hong Kong is owned by the government except one piece, because we don't really have freehold. Everything is leasehold, and the biggest supply of land actually comes from the government. So I think free market itself, I think we can extend it, but there is a certain limit to it. But besides kind of agreeing with both Ben and Jim, we also should think about Hong Kong not just as Hong Kong itself, because I use the analogy with Manhattan. A lot of people that work in Manhattan do not live in Manhattan. Many of my colleagues in New York actually travel 1.5 hours from Connecticut, from New Jersey into Manhattan to work. If we can somehow improve our transportation and also may even be the cross-boundary arrangements, then we'll let people have a choice. I'm not encouraging people to live in Shenzhen, but if people would like to, say, have a bit of cheaper housing, they can go to, say, a bit farther away from where they work and have better housing. So I think the government should provide all these facilities to enable people to have the choice.